Do a great job. Okay, we are on 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Hello, everyone. Cameron here from Flourish and Flooring, Flourish WOFB, and all the things. I am so excited today to be broadcasting from Texas. But first, we have to go through all about what WOFB is. For those of you that don't know, WOFB is Women of the Flooring Business. And we are a community of women that are in tile stone who are passionate about professional and personal growth. Also, we don't want to forget about those women that are in the lighting, like myself. Let's not forget that piece. As you all know, I am your host, Cameron Matheny, principal of Cameo Studio Designs, thought leader in the CEU Designer Dopamine, where I bring all dopamine enticed by lighting, tile, and backlighting stone. Podcast today is proudly presented by my company, Cameo Studio Designs and Women of the Flooring Business. Among all, we love to integrate all of our talks around women that are entrepreneurs, women in tile, women in stone, women in materials. We are just all about supporting women in this industry to have a platform to be heard and to stand on. So today I am super excited to announce if you are interested in becoming a sponsor, guess what? There's sponsorship open. So reach deep into your pockets. And if you're interested in becoming a sponsor, please reach out to Michelle Winters, podcast at Women of the Flooring Business. Once again, this podcast is thoroughly used to amplify our voices of women in this field and empower each other to flourish in business and in life. You guys, this week, I am so excited. I can't even wait to tell you who's sitting in the studio and who's sitting across the table from me. But before I do that, I am at the Laticrete, or going to be at the Laticrete plant tomorrow. We're sitting fat here in Texas, PHAT, by the way, do not mistaken. Tomorrow is PTK event through Laticrete, which is Profit Through Knowledge that is put on by women for women. So we're going to dive super deep into all of that info today. But first, coming down the pipeline, you guys, you're going to be so excited for these interviews that are coming up. Next week, I'm going to be meeting with Jana Valafuco, who owns Valafuco Construction on the East Coast. And then I'll also be interviewing Jessie later on in the month, who is the author of Founder of the Truth About Women in Construction. Holy cow, guys. She works for the union on the East Coast in steelworking. Whew, I cannot wait for you guys to hear this episode. She is a dynamite. Also, Light Ovation is June 19th through the 22nd, where I'll be broadcasting from Veriluz, going over and interviewing with women in the lighting industry, but also Hamilton Forge CEO recently was awarded Woman of the Year through the Leadership Award, which is super exciting. So we're going to talk all about their journeys. But let's jump on for today. I'm so delighted today to be with Susan Dolata from Laticrete and Emily Wood, architectural specialist who does amazing things in the industry with architects. So I am ready. Ladies, welcome to the stage.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
We really appreciate the chance to be able to talk with you today, and most importantly, to host you at our event tomorrow.
I'm super excited about the event. But first, before we dive into the event for tomorrow, it is super important for me to always know, and our listeners to know, who am I talking to? Who is Susan? Susan, how did your career get you from where you were to today? And Emily, I want to hear from you too. But Susan, tell me more.
Well, it's a long road, and as most people know, once you're in the tile business, you don't get out. So my journey started in 1995, and I simply started working for a manufacturer doing clerical work, writing up orders, answering phones, helping customers. And that rolled into other opportunities, one with an installation company that did nationwide installation, and then finally landing here at Laticrete, which I started with our international division when I came on board and worked with them for a number of years before Our leader and Ron Nash, which a lot of people know, came to me and talked to me about this opportunity to start our strategic account group, which does national account work, architectural work, and we work with national brands in restaurants, hotels, retail, healthcare, senior living. We have all kinds of different verticals that we work within. And it's been an exciting journey. And recently, in the last couple of years, we also started picking up architectural specialists like Emily here. And our team is growing, and we're always looking for good people to join us. We have a great company we work for.
So it sounds like Laticrete is kind of a big deal.
I like for sure a big deal.
They're for sure a big deal. So speaking of big deal, I know that architects play a huge role in everything that we do in the industry, from the lighting industry, marble industry, across the board. So Emily, tell the listeners about your role and what it is that you do with Laticrete.
Yeah, so I mean, as Susan said, we once you start in the industry, it's like you drink that Kool-Aid and it's a cult. And so I joined this cult back in 2004. It's been an incredible journey of just starting out as working in a showroom for a tile distributor. And then I progressed to work for another tile company. And then I got approached by Laticrete, and I started as just tile and stone installation systems, learning all the products, all the things. And then I got to move and work underneath Susan and work as an architectural specialist. So I worked very closely with architects and designers to help them kind of just make sure that they're specifying apples to apples, new products that are coming out, just work hand in hand with them so they kind of know our products and what to be specifying.
That is so cool. You guys, I think I'm so slick. I was like this to have her move over, and clearly you saw me. We needed a production team. This is why we need sponsors, you guys. So reach deep into those pockets. The both of you are just so amazing. And without women like you, I can't imagine Laticrete would be as huge as it is. And I'm just going to put that out there because I know Ron. Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks,
you know what?
Ron.
Yeah, thanks, Ron. Hey, speaking of an amazing, this is kind of a funny story. I am always about throwing myself under the bus. The last show that I did, one of the gals who was the speaker, I fell while she was speaking at Coverings. Well, I always have a story. So here I am waiting for Susan at the Laticrete booth at Coverings. And for those of you that were there, there was the white Ferrari, right? It was a Ferrari, right? And there was white carpet. And those of you that know me with doing coffee with Cameo, that I love coffee. So they were serving espresso, and me wearing my heels, hanging out waiting for Susan. Guess who dumps espresso all over the white Ferrari and the white carpet? Scout.
I blame myself.
No, do not. It was so funny because I was like, Susan, oh my God, where are you? There was like 20 people on, like right there on the Ferrari cleaning it. And I was like, Ron, I'm so sorry. He's like, this is why I didn't want coffee or espresso. Anyway, so that's my Laticrete story. And they still love me, clearly. So funny little story there. Ladies, tell me about the NTK event tomorrow. Where did that start? Why the acronym NTK? NTK. Say it 10 times. NTK. Where did that come from? The catalyst.
So we've been doing, as a company, they've been doing profit through knowledge programs for years with our distributors and contractors all over the country throughout in our plants. We have 7 plants across the U.S. and they've been doing them for years. And it's been a great success for our contractors and to learn our products, see new things, get their hands dirty. And 3 years ago, we had a woman in our company who started a women's forum, and she thought it would be a great idea to put on a women's PTK. And that's Alexis. And this is our 3rd year doing it.
I was going to ask.
The first 2 years we did it in Connecticut at our corporate headquarters, and we thought this year would be fun to take it on the road, take it to our Texas plant because we do have space there that's fantastic. And with Emily being in the market, she's got so many great resources and people to pull in that we thought we'd be able to really get a nice crowd for this. We want a place where women can come and ask questions and do things that they normally don't get to do without like feeling pressure or stress of somebody watching or them not thinking that they're doing it right. Most women in this business, like doing what we do, architectural stuff, we don't pick up trowels every day. It's not a normal thing. So, well, I mean, we did for a while, but I don't. So it was one of those things that we wanted to make sure that women were comfortable in an environment.
Right.
Every now and then a man will pop up, and we're always happy to have them join us for a blip here and there in the program. But usually it's just all of us girls, and we try to make it fun and engaging, a really just a comfortable place for people to ask questions and feel like they're part of a bigger picture and that they're not alone in this.
So I love that kind of gives people an expectation of what this is really about for tomorrow, that's really a great thing, having that hands-on experience too. Lucky for me, I've worked in at least the tile industry where I wasn't, smearing grout and mortar, but I've seen it. And I remember in the very, very beginning, 6 years ago, whenever I got that first order to be on a job, and they were like, bring me the mortar. And I was like, well, there's 2 bags there. What's the diff? And then I realized, I definitely don't want to put grout where the mortar goes and vice versa. So there is a science, absolutely. But I mean, it's just, when you don't know, you see bags that look similar being in the industry. Now across the board, I'm slaying that mortar and grout, not myself, but I'm paying people to do it. Anyway, so I love that you shared kind of what to expect for tomorrow. But get a little bit deeper with me. Why is this event really so important to Laticrete?
Well, it was a number of years ago when we started a women's forum internally, and we wanted to take that messaging out. My team is mostly women, and we work with so many design people. I know Emily does specifically. And it's really important that we all have a voice in this, because every time we go to coverings or to another event, there's more and more women every year,
Right.
which is fantastic. The first time I went to coverings, I think, was like in 1997. And we were few and far between.
You were like 15 then.
I was.
Girl, how'd you get in?
I know.
Dang.
And thank you for that. And I think it's great because every year there's more and more of us, and I think that that's a huge thing that's happening, and we want to make sure that women are educated on this stuff where we can help.
Yes.
So that when they're in a room being asked questions, they can answer them, and they feel comfortable in saying, okay, I actually applied that, and now I know what it's like, or how to apply it, or
right,
how to specify it, all those things.
Right. No, and that's great. And the CTI exam that next year is going to be on International Women's Day in Florida, and we're going to be broadcasting that. So there is 10 plus women that are coming down to Florida. Michelle Winters is kind of pushing some of this through as well. But next year, CTI in Florida exam for women, and they're covering as much as they can: childcare, airfare, you name it, for it to take the stress off, so these women can come down and take this exam. So cool. Just planting a little seed there, Laticrete. For those of you that are just joining me, I'm with Susan Dolata from Laticrete and Emily Wood, who is the architectural rep for Laticrete, and we are talking about tomorrow's event that is here at the Laticrete plant in Texas. Is it Arlington or Prairie, Texas? Grand Prairie, Texas. So that's where we're going to be tomorrow. So let's hop over to the Laticrete products alone. So you've kind of already explained who Laticrete is. What are some new products that are going to be on the market that maybe some of our installers that are listening, or vendors that they could be looking out for, or something that's just been released maybe that was hot at coverings?
Go for it.
I think that the best one for us to highlight right now is our Profiles and Trends line. So we all kind of geeked out a little bit last summer when we launched a full line of Profiles and Trends. So as you know, Schluter was the company that had most of that business, and so we were pretty excited to throw another company to be in the market. And the architects and designers are so receptive. They love it. They're so excited that we have decided to partner up with them to do this. And so it just offers them more warranties that we can do with them, just full system warranties and stuff. So just super excited about that.
I love that. And, you know, I do know, and I've mentioned this to Ron, there's no zebra print yet. And there's no snake skin yet.
I know,
and
cheetah.
leopard and blah, blah, blah. So just putting that out there, Ron.
But we can match our 40 colors of grout, but the designs we don't have yet. But I'll
So
keep working
fun.
on 'em.
Yes, I know you will. So as far as then those materials and kind of some new stuff that you've brought up today, how much of that, kind of jumping back again to tomorrow, how much of that will we get to see tomorrow during the event? For those, will there be profiles and the newer materials there?
Yeah, so we do have some of the displays that we have to show our profiles and trims. But mainly tomorrow, I think that we'll be demoing the grout stuff. So
Oh, great.
I think that's typically, I don't know exactly.
Insets, grouts,
Oh, we're doing
waterproofing.
thin sets.
Yep.
Yeah. So kind of just around the horse of our top products.
Okay, that's awesome. And then will all of the glitter grouts and the color grouts be there for tomorrow?
I think that we will do some, probably some dazzle. We usually do an epoxy grout demo. So that was usually, we try to do a fun dazzle glittery line.
Okay.
But for the profiles, it would be hard to showcase that line. We have over 4,000 SKUs.
Oh
Imagine
my
our
gosh.
catalog. Yeah.
That is
So it's
insane.
fantastic. But yeah, the glitter grout, I believe, is probably going to be there.
So I'm so excited about tomorrow's event. I keep trying to get away from it and talk about something else, but I'm super excited, so I can't help this. Tell me about the panel. There's going to be a panel of women tomorrow. Like, there's going to be some amazing rock stars on the panel. Tell me about the panel for tomorrow.
Sure. So we've done this each year. At the end of the day, we get a few women that are participating, and we ask a couple questions of them about kind of like what you're doing, about their experiences in the industry. Yours truly, Cameron's.
I will be on the panel tomorrow.
Be on the panel. I will be on the panel, and we have a couple other special guests.
Yeah, we have Natalie with DPI. So she actually does lots of different flooring that she sells. And then Jordan, who is an architect with Alliance Architects.
Oh my gosh.
So she's going to be on the panel. So it's just a good variety of people that we tried to get so we could kind of, get different viewpoints from the industry.
You're moderating tomorrow, aren't you?
Oh, I did. I got your questions too. They're good. I should have been using them for today to practice.
Wait a minute, I haven't seen those yet.
What was I thinking? Girl, I have cue cards made. I've got mine all set up.
Prepared.
I am
get back to the room early tonight and study.
Yes, no. So what are all of the socials for Laticrete? I know that you're on Instagram. What about TikTok? Anything like that? Is everything
LinkedIn. We have a Facebook group called Laticrete Inside Track, which really does focus more on the contractors.
Okay.
Able to ask questions. When questions, whether it's product, whether it's how to install something, it's a platform for those for contractors to jump on and ask questions. And that's monitored almost around the clock. Mm-hmm. The Inside Track feed by our tech service department and by our social media department, making sure that we're answering any questions in real time. Because we realize that our contractors don't work just 9 to 5.
Right. No, we don't. Sometimes
Ron's done a really good job of getting that going over the years, and he's put several of the reps and stuff as moderators and stuff, so we can see the questions coming in. And like she said, anytime kind of jump on there and see anybody's question and help them throw your information out there so that people know how closely Laticrete wants to work with our customers and help them,
Absolutely. And Ron Nash, I mean, since the day that I've met him, it was because of Ron that I just reached out with needing a solution base for one of my commercial projects. And that's how I met the lovely Susan Dolata. And she was there. Oh my gosh. So hats off to, I'm not taking my hat off, but hats off to Ron Nash for just being this incredible visionary in our industry and creating this massive company that just keeps soaring, but even more so supporting women in the industry, which I think is phenomenal and it's just fabulous. So Well, that is all we have for today. I've got to save my voice and my energy for tomorrow, ladies. So I am so excited that I have the both of you on today and we got to share what is going on with Laticrete, the event for tomorrow. And so look out on socials. If you want to learn more about Laticrete, go to the website, which you see here on the banner. Check them out. Get involved. And speaking of getting involved, you guys, ladies, I'm going to bump you to the back of the stage. You go have your drinks and have fun, and I will see you in a bit. Oh, yes, go ahead. Go.
If this sounds like something people want to do, let us know. You can reach out to Cameron. She can get you in touch with me and or Emily. We do this annually.
I love it.
And we would love to host any other women that want to come and join us and learn more about our company and our industry.
That's amazing. I do have one last question. How many women are you expecting?
I think we got about 20 people coming.
Dang. Okay, so get linked up. So Laticrete, we're going to also post it through the WOFB. Any information, I'll get you in touch with Susan or with Emily if you do have questions later on. Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you, Cameron.
You're welcome. So listen, those of you that want to become a sponsor for the podcast, we do have packages still available for $0 up to $500 a month. So I will post the package. Also, be sure to check out Women of the Flooring Business and be a part of the conversation. You can check out the Women of the Flooring Business online. So here is the womenflooring.com. And then to be a part of the podcast, womenoftheflooringbusiness.com. If you're interested in me interviewing you as well, please feel free to send me an email through Cameron at LED Tile. All of my information is at the bottom. And then also there is the book club through WOFB that is going on. So be a part of that conversation, but really log in on Facebook. That's where everything is. And if you are a showroom or a designer looking to get a CEU credit for designer dopamine, please reach out to me for that. And if you are interested in hosting your podcast at your next event, also reach out to me for that as well. Okay, you guys, all the way from Arlington, Texas. I am so excited about tomorrow. I cannot wait to be a part of Laticrete, the panel. But all the way from Arlington, Texas, thank you for listening, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.